We spend years looking for big goals, like I want to raise a lot of chicken, animals, but everybody has to start from somewhere. Your goals has to be driven with what you have in terms of capital. Knowing your goal is good, but your capital is the one to set you where you're going to start from. Because if you have little capital and your goal is to sell eggs, you're going to start with few number of chicken and raise them. You get the eggs and start to sell the eggs. From there, you'll be able to add or to increase on the number of the chicken. So we can build life the simple way without hardening it. If your goal is to sell meat or animals, you start with 2 animals. I remember when I started, I bought the goats. I bought 2. I lost one. It was killed by the wild dogs. My worries were, what am I going to feed this chicken? But because I had some bush behind the chicken houses, I was like, I will just tie these 2 goats behind the chicken houses. They eat from there, and in the evening I remove them. They sleep. The next day I'll do the same. But the first day, one was killed by the wild dogs just behind the chicken houses, and I was like, what am I gonna feed this remaining goat? But if your goals, if you love something that you've started, you always find way for it to survive, and at the end you make sure that you make money from that. Now I'm going to grow this goat farm with just 1 goat, and it has just given birth. So life moves like that. It's just a step-by-step improvement. You start with few and grow from there. Now I have some place where I can plant their feeds. I can plant what the goat can eat. They can feed on maize bran, which from the beginning it had refused to eat. And by the way, even if you lose something, when you build that strong belief that I can do it, whatever thing that I am going to lose, whatever birds I'm going to raise and I lose some of them, I'll keep on going. Life moves on like that, because once you lose, you build another strong heart and move on. My emphasis is on, if you want to start, please start farming. Because yes, in farming there are some losses, because people fear that if I start poultry farming, I'm going to lose. If I start any farming business, there are a lot of losses. I accept there are a lot of losses, but once you learn something, you build the strong love on it and you continue. Because in every business we lose, and we keep on going, as well as making money. Because I started from 500 chicken, and right now there are 3,000 chicken. I have ever raised 5,000 chicken. But if I lost the first 60 chicken and I was like, I'm not going into poultry again, I've lost. The feeds were expensive, the eggs were very cheap. So I would have said that in poultry there is no money, because I spent almost 2 years without earning up any profits, but the chicken were just feeding themselves. You work hard and not making any profits from the chicken. You can understand it for 2 years. So life moves on, and the business can always be strong if the owner, you're strong, and if you have that love, if you have that capital that can push it. No matter how hard that business might be, if you build that strong love, you keep on going and you can make it. We build the life of growth slowly. Actually, the progress and achievements you get makes you happier before even you reach your goals. I mean the top of your goals. When you build a business, the most important parts, nobody will see it, because you're first in struggles. Nobody will see your struggles. They will just see the success and will say, oh wow, you've made it, you've done this. How have you done all of this? property? How have you grown to this extent? But nobody sees the strong foundation of that business. So without a strong foundation, the business cannot stand. So don't worry about the challenges. Keep on going, because we all face the challenge. For example, when you start a business, a poultry business, I'll give you an example in a poultry that I'm in. You have to construct a chicken structure. Guys, to be true to you, the chicken structures consume a lot of money. I make the bricks at home here, but the bricks that construct these chicken structures are very big. But you find that the structures have consumed a lot of money: sand, cement, the labor, whatever, iron sheets, poles, wood cuttings. So you find that you spend almost 13.5 million in just one structure, 15 million in just one structure, and you start to ask yourself, will this business make money? So sometimes it is okay to doubt yourself, because even up to now, you grow the business and you still, will I make it where you want to go? Will I do it? Yes, you start to ask such questions, yet you've built a strong foundation, but you want to go somewhere, and in your future you're still asking yourself, will I make it? But someone who wants to start this business, especially a poultry business, keep on going. I'll say that once you get some capital, start with that capital and keep on pushing, because you always see growth and you will smile. I've been in this business. This is my 6th year of raising chicken, and I'm telling you the truth, everything is possible. When I started, I was like, will I make it? But now I can see that I can, because I know the strategies. You just construct a structure, buy the materials, what you need, feeders, drinkers. You give it a break if the capital is over. You give it a break for some months, make money from somewhere, bring the money into the business again. Keep on pushing that. If you start to raise the chicks, you have to make sure that those chicks, they have the feeds to eat. Don't bring the chicken that can, when you don't have the money to feed those chicken, because every day you have to spend. I repeat again, every day you have to spend money. In poultry, it's not like the goats, you can provide them with some grass from the bush. You can just move out of your home and look for the grass, look for the weeds, and they eat. For the chicken, even the grass will not make the eggs for them. So if your business, your goals are to sell eggs, if you want your chicken for meat, make sure that you give them the feeds that will fatten them. You give them the feeds that will build the body, that will make the eggs like that, so that you get what you want from them. So you need money to run a poultry farm. The reason for the business to stand is you, the owner, to be there for your business. Without you, it cannot work. Yes, people say employ workers. Yes, you're going to employ, but without you, the business will not work. You're going to employ other people after knowing that this will work for me, this has worked for me, this has worked for me, this will do this, this will do this. And after knowing, combining all the knowledge that you know, then you employ people to help you, just to give some help, not to do what you have to do. Because in poultry, what I've realized, without you, you might make losses every day. For example, in eggs, someone might not steal from you, but someone might relax to collect the eggs from the chicken houses, and that is a total loss, because the damages you get in the chicken houses, or the damages of eggs you collect, it may be your profits for the week. So for you to be around, you just direct them, please go and collect, please go and